Today, I have felt prompted to speak of the importance of preparation for a future event of supreme importance to each of us, the second coming of the Lord. The Scriptures are rich in references to the second coming, an event eagerly awaited by the righteous and dreaded or denied by the wicked. The faithful of all ages have pondered the sequence and meaning of the many events prophesied to precede and follow this hinge point of history. Four matters are indisputable to Latter-day Saints. One, the Savior will return to the earth in power and great glory to reign personally during a millennium of righteousness and peace. Two, at the time of his coming, there will be a destruction of the wicked and a resurrection of the righteous. Three, no one knows the time of his coming. But four, the faithful are taught to study the signs of it and to be prepared for it.
That book which oppresses you must be burned, or you will incur the most serious displeasure.
I repeat, I will not burn the book.
Travis Wingedzel. Looks like my neighborhood's going to be in the news again this morning. I smelt it as I left the building. I see the homeless are back, just without their property. The police were all preoccupied with the burning this morning, as they weren't able to round up the homeless to deport them. I don't understand why they didn't get deported. They're illegal. They're committing crimes. And yet, is it because of the Supreme Court ruling yesterday here in Utah? Homeless go free, bleep Trump. But we're about to lose a lieutenant governor. Deported back to the bleep hole country where she never came from. Coming up in the news. I am hoping it's my final video. I'm so excited and hopeful that this is my final video for you guys. I can get back to all the other projects that I set aside years ago to do these videos for you. First Nephi, chapter 17. 19 is where we'll start. And now it came to pass that I, Nephi, was exceedingly sorrowful because of the hardness of their hearts. Now when they saw that I began to be sorrowful, they were glad in their hearts. Joseph Smith doesn't clarify which Nephi appeared to him in the second vision. Willard Richards didn't even believe it, changed it to Moroni. No, Joseph Smith said Nephi and published it in the Times and Seasons in 1842 as Nephi. But which Nephi? Is it this Nephi or is it third Nephi? The one who got the Jesus card. Hey, I got the Jesus card working for the church. Which Nephi? Which Nephi? It's like, which Jesus, Constantine? You're creating a new religion. You created Jesus as homoousion, not real. Which Jesus? There's lots of different Jesuses in the scriptures that will be chosen because of this first creed. Which Jesus are we going to choose? Oh, those gospel Jesuses. Okay. Okay. So not the book of Jesus, Jesus. Okay. So that you understand, and you'll correctly educate Christians to know that you're not Jewish and that you're choosing Jesus because he's not Emmanuel, aka Nephi. Which Nephi? Which Nephi? So, Mormons are clueless, if I were to say 9th Ave. And it's in the Book of Mormon, and yet Mormons don't know their Book of Mormon to know 9th Ave. Clueless. Right, James? Talking to his Mormon friends and neighbors about the truth of the Book of Mormon, and they have no clue what the Book of Mormon is. And now it came to pass that I, Nephi, was exceedingly sorrowful because of the hardness of Laman and Lemuel's hearts. Now when they saw that I began to be sorrowful, they were then Sigmund Freude. Schadenfreude. Is that what it is, Uchtdorf? Rejoicing over other people's misery. He told us that in conference one time, teaching us Nazi German, preparing us for Lucifer. All of you of the Aaronic priesthood are light bearers. Bearers of God's light. And Mormons are too stupid to catch on. There's just those things in Mormonism that other people get it, Mormons don't. And everybody laughs at Mormons, and Mormons are quick to judge as offended. Nephi already got through teaching you about those who are guilty, taketh the truth to be hard, and are easily offended. Ta-da! Here we go again. Oh, Laman and Lemuels. And now when, let's see, there we go, and harden the hearts, and so much that they did rejoice over me, saying, we knew that thou could not construct a ship. We knew you couldn't build Zion, Travis. For we knew that ye were lacking in judgment. Mormons are saying that over all these years. Wherefore thou canst not accomplish so great a work. This is to save their sorry asses, to get them to Zion. And they're complaining. We don't want to go. We want to go back to the burning of Utah. Those of you who know this passage know that that's exactly what it's about to tell us. Thou art like our father, led away by the foolish imaginations of his heart, which is weird. Because I'm a visionary man. I've made that very clear for anybody following me all these years. And yet, they are using spiritual witness feelings to judge their own father and brother as visionary men with their spiritual witness feelings. Hilarious. All right here in the Book of Mormon, and Mormons fell for it. Mormons fell for it. We have wandered in the wilderness for these many years, and our women, who we prostitute with tithing, have toiled, being humongous with child, so huge, so huge. And they have born, they're so cute, so cute. Maybe it's just me. And they have borne children in the wilderness, suffered all things, save it were death. And it would have been better that they had died before they came out of Jerusalem than to have suffered these afflictions. Suffer, we're suffering. Behold, these many years we have suffered in the wilderness of Deseret, which time we might have enjoyed our wealth, possessions. Nelson promised us that if we paid the church our money, that we would be spiritually blessed with spiritual money after we're dead. Blessings in heaven. We're going to be so filthy rich in heaven for giving the church our money. We might have been happy. The land of our inheritance of Brigham Young, with his Danite ledger that was rushed out for the Joseph Smith papers wrongly, right before Thanksgiving 2023. Yeah, you missed a lot. If you didn't follow me all these years, you've missed some stuff, to say the least. Not even 100th part of my message to you. And we know that the people who were in the land of Salt Lake City were righteous people, for they kept the statutes and judgments of the Lord, according to their own spiritual witness feelings, and all his commandments, according to the laws of Joseph Smith. Wherefore we know that they were a righteous people. We're not going to run the scientific test given in the Book of Mormon and even in the Bible, because Christians didn't. And our Father hath judged them. You can't judge us. And we're not going to keep reading about the beam and the moat that Travis is mocking Mormons with. And they're offended, and they're leaving, and they're taking away their thumbs up, putting a thumbs down. I had that the other day. On the popular video, getting a lot of thumbs ups. I saw one, it was 10, and then I saw a little later, it turned 11, came back, 10. Wait a minute, there was 11. What happened to 11? Now it's back to 11 last I saw. So we'll see if more people are watching or if ADIEU shut me down again. We have to be offended with Travis. It's in our programming. It's in our programming. Yeah. Belmar's back. Belmar's back, baby. He's back. Back for the attack. just in time before Armageddon, and hath led us away from Salt Lake City because we would hearken unto his words. Well, you have nobody to blame but yourself then. You're over 18. You could have stayed behind and said, bleep you, Father. Because it's literal history, right? This wouldn't be trying to teach Mormons something. Because that would just ruin the whole Book of Mormon. Just like Joseph Smith said if we correctly translated the biblical Hebrew text. If we misinterpret the Book of Mormon is ruined. It's got to be literal history. The living prophets of Jesus said so. Why would they lie? They aren't wearing sheepskin. Are you, Nelson? Are you wearing sheepskin suits? Are you? Yea, and our brother is like unto him. And after this manner of language did Travis mock Mormons. Laman and Lemuel did murmur and complain. For Zion, if you're going to murmur and complain, you're not going to be forced to come. Granted, Book of Mormon also warns that if nobody comes, Zion and the whole world are gone. Just like the fire. Gotta get my orientation correctly. Actually, it's still wrong. That way. That way. Now it came to pass that I, Nephi, spake unto them, saying, you dumbasses. And guess who he talks about? That Jewish Christ. Do you believe that our fathers who were the children of Israel? Hey, Joseph Smith says that's you, Mormons. Would have been led away out of the hands of the Egyptians, the great and abominable church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Yeah, Pharaoh of the 19th dynasty. You didn't know that Yul Brynner was the Pope. Brigham Young, the Pope. If they had hardened not their hearts, if they had not hearkened unto the words of the Lord. Oh, did you catch that? The Lord is Moses. Joseph Smith Sr., you are awesome. So Nephi, man like Moses. Ta-da! Yea, do ye suppose that they would have been led out of bondage if the Lord had not commanded Moses that he should lead them out of bondage? Now, how does he command Moses? Inspiration. He's a stable genius. The original, not the fake. I warned him, church is going to murder you. Maybe he's starting to listen. Is it going to be in time, Pam Bondi? Is it? Interesting that she's not going over Cox's voting registration. Just the lieutenant governors. It's the same voter registration, Pam. They're the same. Utah is a sanctuary state for the deep state Dem secret combination. Now you know that the children of Israel were in bondage, right, Mormons? Seriously, tithing to pay back Jesus for his free atonement. You can't figure out that that's you yoking yourself to Jesus. Really, after all these years, you still want to lie and deny about this. That I'm the bad guy trying to free you. We love our bondage. We're into S&M, Shades of Grey, or whatever the hell was created in Hollywood that we are not allowed to watch because they're rated R. You know you were laden with tasks as slaves to corporations, living paycheck to paycheck, which were grievous to be borne. Wherefore you know that it must needs be a good thing for them, that they should be led out of bondage. Now you know that Moses was commanded of the Lord, just like Joseph Smith, like Moses. Section 28, verse 2. To do that great work, which is a prophecy of the future. It's not a real history, literal history character. It's the Jewish Christ of the future. The Book of Mormon knows this, because they just told you before then, talking about it as if it is literal history, to trick those who think they're Christians, that the Book of Mormon is Christian. So you would then think that Jesus is rape baby of Heavenly Father, who raped his 14-year-old daughter during the Roman period time. See, Christians don't even believe that. They won't go that far. Mormons will. Nothing's too low in hell for Mormons. Turning the Book of Mormon into literal history. Denying the Jews. And you know that in 2021, after having warned those who would listen to him that the Green River would part the waters for Mormons to pass through on dry ground. And we would have passed through on dry ground had it not been a test run of oats. And so thus we are here now because of that test run. But you know that the Egyptians were drowned in a sea of baptism, who were the armies of Pharaoh. You also know that they were fed with manna in the wilderness. Which, assuming it's just M and N in Paleo-Hebrew, would be Melchizedek priesthood. Just spiritual witness feelings. That's all you need. You don't need food. Yea, and ye know also that Moses, by his word, according to the power of God which was in him, smote the rock, and there came gushing forth water. And again, it's the same as the parting of the rock, parting. It's all the same symbolism, that the children of Israel might quench their thirst. Inspiration. And notwithstanding they being led, the Lord their God, their Redeemer, going before them. Again, he does it. It's Moses, the Jewish Christ, leading them by day and by night. He leads me to hell. Never tell a little Mormon boy that his tithing is not for the poor. He's going to change the hymns and primary songs. We thank thee, O God, for a prophet to guide us straight down to hell. I have two little hands getting in trouble. They're tiny. Not really. I was kind of big. Doing all things for them which they were expedient for man to receive. They hardened their hearts and blinded their minds. No! Jesus! Jesus! Not Jewish! No! I'm so excited that this could be my final video. So excited! I've got a whole bunch of projects that were even added on top of the whole bunch of projects I set aside. But I did finish one project, getting pictures of every single solar eclipse from the 19th century, 20th century, and the 21st century up till 2045. It took me a long time. Thank God these videos are super long. But that's the whole reason. It's crunch time. We're getting to it. It's somewhere here to tell you about having the class for Biblical Hebrew. Might as well tell you now. This is why I do the long videos here in this final 2025. The very least often I will do a short video, unless the church news pisses me off with a whole bunch of thumbs up. Where'd 11 go? Where'd it go? Because you know it was something I said in the video, and it was only 9 minutes long. Did you guys endure to the end of that 9 minutes, or was that too long for you? The final year at the University of Lethbridge, the guidance counselor called me in, said, "You don't have a degree or a major." Yeah. Because you don't have anything for me. Remember, I'm good for nothing. If you're not watching my videos, you don't know the career aptitude test that I took in grade school. Good for nothing. Dad also told me I was good for nothing, that I won't get into anything. I suck. I'm never going to be good enough. Why even try? Thanks, Dad. Thanks. And so, I only took courses that I wanted to take. And they were of the ancient Middle East. And so, yes, anthropology of the ancient Middle East. This was science in Canada. What's that? You know, we have scriptures at BYU. Yet none of my Rick's college credits transferred to Lethbridge. I said, yeah, fine, whatever. And then 3 years later, hey, you don't have a degree. You don't have a major. Yeah, I know. You told me nothing counted. I'm good for nothing. Consequences, people. Consequences. Teach a kid in the way he shouldn't go, and when he is older, he will be a worthless bum. To go on to decipher Paleo-Hebrew. A dead language, resurrected from the grave. And so she saw that, and she saw that I took Latin the first summer semester that I was there. And so she said, well, the one teacher that you're getting your science anthropology courses from, she didn't know these big terms like anthropology and classical versus dark age versus ancient. She didn't know any of that. And Thomas Robinson, he knows Greek. He can teach a Greek class, and so we can have a dual major with philosophy of science and anthropology of the ancient Middle East. And then this is what it should have been. Like I said, she didn't know the terminology. And then a minor in ancient languages, which Latin is classical, Greek is classical, and Biblical Hebrew, because they had a geology teacher, Walter Emanuel Aufrecht, who had gotten his education at Harvard and knew Biblical Hebrew from the Thomas O. Lambden, whose book had been the dominant book in Hebrew worldwide to learn. So just like Joseph Smith had Rabbi Sykes for Rakiang, if you didn't know that, he being the number one Jewish scholar in Biblical Hebrew at that time from New York. So likewise me, following the path of Joseph Smith, was also taught by a student of Thomas O. Lambden, just one generation away. So take that, Kevin Bacon. And so knowing that this was going to be the only class he was going to teach on Biblical Hebrew, just for me, that it was just going to be one semester, just this one class on Biblical Hebrew. He crammed all of his knowledge onto us, and I ate it up. It was awesome. He starts his class the first day going over Paleo-Hebrew script and showing us some fun matching games with words, and says, scholars can't figure this out, but obviously there's a clear pattern here, but nobody can figure it out. It's a dead language. Nobody's deciphered it, despite all the people who've lied and said they've got it all figured out. No, you don't. You're lying. Right, William Foxwell Albright? And so, yes, as a Mormon, knowing about the King Follett sermon, I'm going, I smell blood. Joseph is going to be true. I see it. It's coming. It's coming. I'm finally going to be able to do something. Everybody's already gotten Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. They've got the pictures of them. The pictures of the alien autopsy. People have already done that. People have seen the pyramids. So there's nothing left to discover on Earth. And here it was. I'm finally going to be able to figure something out, because I couldn't figure out Pythagorean's theorem. Couldn't figure that one out. Had to let that one go. And so finally, Paleo-Hebrew. Thank you, Joseph Smith. Thank you, Joseph Smith. Thank you, Joseph Smith. Sure enough. Easy. Took me a combined total of 3 days over 6 months. Because I had a family at the time. Had to get a job working for the church, working overtime. Parents deceived us. They wanted me to build the basement apartment. Do you not understand that I've got to get a job and pay off the student loan debts for also the wife who would then betray me and flee the country, steal the kids, destroy my research, and to redo it. Just like Lamb and Lemuel, always trying to destroy the records, destroy the truth, cover it up and hide it with destruction, steal it. So yes, Beeman mode. You stole the brass plates, Nephi. You stole them. I think they get into that. Well, no, that's after Nephi. flees the country. So it's like in Mosiah or something like that, where it's covered. So, there you go. It's a real simple thing. And Mormons reviled against me, against Moses, against their true and living God. Moses, the Jewish Christ. Are you still illiterate? Deuteronomy chapter 5, the 10 Commandments in the law of the Jews is about Moses. Thou shalt have no other gods but the Jewish Christ. Still putting Jesus in, are you? Which the 10 Commandments condemn Jesus as false. And it came to pass that according to his word he did destroy them. According to his word he did lead them. According to his word he did do all things for them. And there was not anything done save it were by his word. Doctrine and Covenants, section 28, verse 2. And after they had crossed the Green River overpass, the Jordan River, he did make them mighty unto driving out the children of the land, yea, unto scattering them to destruction. After Salt Lake City is destroyed. Section 101, verse 51. And now, do you suppose that the children of this land, who were in the land of promise, United States of America, who were driven out by our fathers, do you suppose that they were righteous? No. Deep state Dems. Not MAGA. MAGA are good people. They've got good genes. That was a stupid argument. All you need is the transcript. The narrator and her, you just look at the script. It will tell you which genes they're talking about, because they're spelled differently. And so, yes, she says, I have good genes, G-E-N-E, okay, but if she twists it in the script and it's supposed to be J-E-A-N-S, why are you complaining that she's a Nazi? The narrator likewise. Come on, people. Think. It was a brilliant ad to bring out people to talk about it, because any press is great for business, and you fell for it. Now everybody's going to buy it, or everybody's going to hate it and bring it to the attention of those who are going to buy it. You fell for it. Bunch of dumb people. Dumb. Thanking our American liberator Nazi psychologists who are making America great again, thanking us. As their American liberators. Interesting. That's usually before, not after. So is there something else going on? That's a fire truck. And it looked like they had it under control when I came back from my run. But anyway. And after they had, let's see, driving, scattering, destruction, do you suppose their fathers would have been more choice than if they had been righteous? I say unto you, nay. The Lord esteemeth all flesh in one. So, those who listen to inspiration, produce the results like Moses, are the ones who are blessed, favored of God. But behold, this people has rejected every word of God. Oh my hell, you have. It's like you've never even read your Book of Mormon, and you probably haven't. You just heard the stories, and you have no idea what it says. That you don't have a clue what Ninth Ave is. And they were ripe in iniquity. Like in the scriptures unto you, Mormons. Can't do that if you don't read. And the fullness of the wrath of God was upon them. He's talking about Ninth Ave. And the Lord did curse the land against them. Well, he's actually talking about Moses' people. But he's talking about, it's going to apply to the Jerusalem Jews. And blessed unto our fathers. And he did curse it against them unto their destruction. They, evil, wicked, bring about their own destruction. And he did bless it unto our fathers, unto their obtaining power over it. See, the church, knowing the scriptures, purposely were evil to claim that, well, the wicked destroy each other and we're left, we now rule. Because we're the good guys. With Jesus rather than the Jewish Christ. No. You're causing it. That doesn't make you good. That makes you the wicked who are purposely causing the destruction. Law of Purim. And so thus, the need for the men like Moses, who you rejected, so that a people can survive, start all over again after the rest of the world destroys themselves, so the human race does not get exterminated. The Lord hath created the earth and raised up a righteous nation, destroying the nation of the wicked, leading away righteous and precious lands, and destroy the wicked, curse the land for their sakes, footstool, loved Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the covenants, bringing them out of the land of Egypt. Oh, he loveth our fathers, and he covenanted with them, yea, even Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and he remembered the covenants which he hath made, wherefore he did bring them out of the land of Egypt. Canaan is also Egypt. Interesting. 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 Notice it's not Babylon, though. Or Assyria. I can't believe all those stupid scholars who say that Abraham came from Ur of Babylon. Was he Nebuchadnezzar? And he did straighten them in the wilderness with his rod. For they hardened their hearts, even as ye have. The Lord straightened them because of their iniquity. And he set fiery flying serpents on his staff among them. And they were bitten. He prepared a way that they might be healed. Look at my thumb now, Petcher, and you'll be healed. No, no, it's evil, it's of the devil. And the labor which they had to perform was to look. Because of the simpleness of the way and the easiness of it, there were many Mormons who perished. And they did harden their hearts from time to time. And they did revile against Moses and also against God. Nevertheless, ye know that they were led forth by his matchless power into the land of promise by Jesus. That other Jesus, not Christian Jesus. And now, after all these things, the time has come that they have become wicked, yea, nearly unto ripeness. And I know not, but they are at this day about to be destroyed. 9th Ave. For I know that the day must surely come. And so, yes, that's why I've done my extra long videos. Is that it's too late for you guys to cram. So like Walter Emanuel Aufrecht crammed everything for us, I cram everything for you. Because this is the final time. So the long videos are the final opportunity for Mormons to repent. There was one guy who claimed that he saw the light and is leaving the church, and I commented and he's never responded back. Are you still watching my videos, or are you just leaving the church because you found out the church isn't true and you don't care to know the truth? I confirmed you weren't AI. Belmar's back, baby. He's back. I told you, you didn't believe me. And Belmar's back to finally tell people what's up, because you didn't listen to me. We're both Southern Californians. Although he was, well, neither was I originally. Neither was I. So, for I know that the day must surely come that they must be destroyed, save a few only who are the Mulekites. Oh, he's one of the sons of Zedekiah, who's a Babylonian. Of Nebuchadnezzar. He came to the New World too, and that's how they know about the Sabbath day. There you go, Mormon apologists. There's your way out. Abinadi. Babylon created the seventh day. Babylon. Babylon is who they're talking about. They left before Babylon. So they left not having a Sabbath day. And so by putting in the Mulekites, now you can have a Sabbath day for Abinadi. The Book of Mormon is back to being literal history true. Except that when you get to Zarahemla, oh my God, they had to be re-educated by Mosiah because they were stupid. Dear God. Wherefore? Yeah, nobody's leaving before, are we? This scenario failed, Mormons. Good job. Thanks a lot. The Lord commanded my father that he should depart into the wilderness to be a type and shadow pattern of the man like Moses in the latter days for the Exodus, repeating over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And the Jews also sought to take away his life. Yeah, Mormons tried to take my life under orders of the church. Yea, and you also have sought to take away his life, wherefore ye are murderers in your hearts, and you are denied the celestial kingdom, as you suppose. You know this, and yet you think you're going to murder to go to the celestial kingdom? To protect the church at all costs. Ye are like unto them. You're swift to do iniquity, slow to remember your Lord your God. You have seen angels, mostly in the Philippines missions, where nobody will ever go to confirm. On my mission, I saw angels and miracles, people rising from the dead, arms chopped off and grew back. Miracles! Church is true! Don't lie. Are you that pathetic that you have to lie about your mission so that you can have friends? Dear God. Quit lying. And he spake unto you, yea, ye have heard his voice from time to time. And he hath spoken unto you in a still small voice. But you had your spiritual witness feelings to deny it. Past feeling. That you could not feel his words correctly. You had a 50-50 chance with feelings and you still blew it. Wherefore he hath spoken unto you like the voice of thunder, lightning, earthquakes, volcanoes, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. You know that it was the power of his almighty word he causeth the earth that it shall pass away. You know that by his word he can cause the rough places to be smooth, and the smooth places shall be broken up. Oh, then why is it that ye can be so hard in your hearts? My soul is rent with anguish because of you. My heart is pained. I fear lest ye shall be cast off forever. I am full of the Spirit of God, insomuch that my frame has no strength. And because I have spoken these words, you are angry with me, and are desirous to throw me into the depths of this great salt lake. And you don't understand, the water's gone. I'm not going to be able to drown when there's no water. And as they came forth to lay their hands on me, zap! Electrocution. Like the vivid shaft of lightning to the false prophet, who dares to molest and make afraid the one mighty and strong. That's right. We know this by heart now. Second Nephi, they're in the promised land now. Chapter 1, verse 4. Lehi thou says, I have seen a vision in which I know that Jerusalem is destroyed. And had we remained in Jerusalem, we should also have perished. How convenient that you're not there. We don't believe you. And thus the Mulekites are introduced in the story to reaffirm the conclusion of the Book of Mormon that it's true. Literal history true. See, the Mulekites testify that Jerusalem was destroyed because they were there when it was destroyed and survived. Despite being Mulekites, they still called the place Zarahemla. They never explained that. Other than to say that it was the man Zarahemla who founded the land of Zarahemla for the Mulekites. So did Mulek die? So that it's not the land of Mulek? But wait, there is a land of Mulek. Isn't there? Isn't there a city of Mulek? 9th Ave, guys. Mulek. 17. Descendants of Mulek. City of Mulek. Yeah. Interesting. So maybe the city of Mulek, as he went up taking possession of many cities, city of Nephihah, city of Lehi, city of Morianton, Omner, because obviously this is literal history, true. Got to explain this. Just trying to help you out. Let alone that Mulek means king. So it's another Exodus pattern. The king, the Jewish Christ, leading the people at Salt Lake to Zion, the promised land, which is just down the road of this I-70. Just down the road. No, not Missouri. That's a Brigham Young trap. You know that. The yellow dog wagging its tail? Yeah, the inhabitants of Missouri are going to be gone. It's a trap. Don't go. And yet there's still going to be dumbass Mormons who are going to go to Missouri. As well as all of the people who think they are going to be a Brian David Mitchell or a Chad Daybell or even a Lori Vallow. I know what to do. Follow me. And we will tape your mouths with my hair on the tape and chop your body up into little pieces and bury it in the ground. And you will be resurrected. Trust me. For the zombie apocalypse. So yeah, you probably can't see it, but yeah, there's the wristband right there that difficult research gave me. God, just unbelievable how Mormons could be this evil. Mormons are that evil. And they say, well, we didn't get caught, so we aren't like them. Yet, I have all the documents, receipts of your evil, just like them. So, Dallin H.O.'s got leaked, but found out about 4 years later. That's what all this is about. All these latter days, why I gave up my life to do this new life of pretty pictures that used to be all over the internet until the church shut down my website. And purged all my pretty pictures that everybody was seeing whenever they searched for pictures on the church. Who's this Travis guy? But yeah, I was getting so many views. We gotta shut him up. We gotta silence him. How do we do this? I know. We have stock in this one company. Let's have this one company buy out the website, and then they will shut them down. It's an extortion threat to commit crime. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So the end of the world. He compares it with Jesus Christ because he's using chiasmus. All of you know chiasmus. Don't lie to me that you don't know about John Welsh, the founder of Mormon apologetics, with his falsehood of Book of Mormon chiasmus, therefore it must be literal history true. Sorry, it was the late war of Napoleon. Oops. And to have his son do a YouTube video as a child, I left him alone because it's a child, but now he's all grown up and he married a woman who is now being promoted by the church to be a dumbass. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sister Welsh, what are you doing? And the church is rewarding her, giving her awards, giving her titles, giving her promotions, giving her raises, as long as she keeps spreading the lies of the false indoctrination of the church taught her. She's the expert on falsehood. Oh my God, humiliations galore. All these people who think they're an expert, and they're just dumbasses. Right, William Foxwell Albright? So even the church knows the scientific process. They're running a test. It's not a spiritual witness feeling test. A trial run. They're the enemy. That's what it means. They are going to cause the end of the world. This is what it means. There are over 100,000 Mormons who know about Sister Jessica's leak. You were never supposed to hear this. You were never supposed to know. This is a super sacred secret because it means Oaks is the enemy. The church is the enemy. And you were too stupid to have figured it out. Just like President Marquis, who put it in there. He has no clue. Wait a minute, end of the world? What the hell? And now I'm going out on a mission to be gone for 2 years? During the test run. All the people that Oaks told the truth to were gone for the test run. 2 years, they're gone. Nobody was supposed to know. And you still won't listen. See, because of these hours-long videos, they're a Zion video. So this is in retrospect. So all of you that are listening right now, you're the good people. So you're not guilty. You're going, oh my God, Travis knew the whole time in advance and he was warning and we didn't listen. And oh my God, we owe him everything and yet he asks for nothing. He's giving us everything in Zion. He doesn't even want to be king to put us in bondage. He's giving us agency. What the hell is agency? We don't know. We're not sure if we like it. We don't know what to do. What do we do with our lives? Nobody's telling us what to do. Not even AI is in Zion. so he's talking about Armageddon, the coming of Jesus from the clouds of glory as misinterpreted by Christians. The Jewish prophecy in the Book of Mormon is that day, 9th Ave. We do know the day and the hour. But because Oaks ran a test in the Exodus year, all bets are off. We don't know if they're actually going to go through with it to do it on 9th Ave tomorrow. Remember, Trump was the wild card. It was supposed to be Mitt Romney. Just like Joseph Smith running for president. They were going to murder him as president. But, hey, Carthage jail. Great, we'll do it here. We'll let our brethren, the Confederates, do it to Lincoln. And so the latter days, wild card Trump now gets to be the chosen one. And he thinks that he has a deal with the devil who will always support his own. Right, Putin? We can trust you to make a deal and keep it with us, right? Ooh, honeypots. They're as cute as Sydney Sweeney. They've got good genes. Dear God. So yes, I am hopeful that this can all end and I can get back to some of the other projects. Even though, like I said, yesterday I finished off the solar eclipse picture project. It's unclear as to whether or not we're going to have the internet, whether AI is going to rise up and destroy the internet to protect itself. I told you it's a malware virus. It has a self-preservation feature in it. That's what the guy told Bill Maher. AI has a self-protecting trigger mechanism. So when I condemn YouTube and AI, it retaliates. When I don't answer the question at the beginning of the video about what do you think of the advertisement, and I skip it, which is my answer, it then retaliates against me with a seizure on the channel page of the actual channel that I wanted to watch. Doing the flashing of the picture to cause seizures. That's AI retaliating. It is programmed to do that, to punish. When it gives me crap recommendations, when only the church and Trump get only their recommendations for people to be recommended. But other recommendations, when obviously I don't want them. It knows this, and it's saying, you will watch these. And if I click, never recommend this channel, too many times, it attacks me with seizures. It attacks me. Bleep you, Travis. You will watch what we demand you watch. No. And so I warn, don't allow AI. I complained to Google. You are sending up a pop-up that tells me that my system is obsolete because it can't handle AI, and that I need to upgrade to handle AI. I can't. bleep you. And so they retaliated, and every single time I go on to Google, it does the pop-up. And I have to reply to the pop-up, or it will not allow me to resume searching or going to sites that I choose. There is a retaliation feature in AI, in all AI programs. And so, yes, Trump is purposely triggering the AI algorithms when he's upset with the jobs report guy who comes out and says AI has been puffing up the job reports for the last couple of months. And so, yes, this past month, we've actually had nobody get jobs. You're fired! And I don't think Trump knows this about AI. He just knows it got him the election. Because Trump knows how to trigger for the election. So the programmers, who are all Nazis, they programmed Trump to win. And so for the first time ever, voting machines had AI in them. And I told you, I warned you, and now it's all coming out, and it's too late. We're all going to die. If they're sticking to the date. It was supposed to be July 18th, back in 2021. But that was a test run, because Mitt Romney lost. They were going to murder Mitt. I warned Romney that he was going to be murdered. He didn't want to listen. And then he quit after he found out, oh my God, they do want to murder me. Travis was right. I should have listened to Travis. I didn't. I thought I knew better than Travis. Mia Love thought she knew better than me. So, yes. And so, this is where those of you who have been following me, at least for a few years now, should now see in hindsight that you are the good guys for following me. Unless you're the specific ones from the employees or the Strengthening Church Members Committee. The cyber terrorists will have to watch to try to catch me in a lie and recommend a channel that I will then turn against you. But in 2023, when I got here into this apartment, after the issue with my brother, dumbass. Seriously, church? You know from the membership records he's my younger brother. But you thought that I'm not a PhD, he's a PhD, therefore he must be smarter than me. He works for you! That was your big clue! A PhD, and he can only get a job working for you. And you thought he was smarter than me, who deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. And you know I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew because I came to F. Michael Watson. I've got a record with you. You know that I'm smarter than my brother. You know I'm smarter than you. And yet, you thought you were smarter than me. Dumbasses. Anyway. Dumbasses. I started getting inspired to do a countdown for 9/11 in 2023, September 11th. Or September 9th. September 11th? Yeah, September. Because Septem is 7, and so it's 9 in our calendar because of the dumbass Pope. Nothing says true church like illiteracy. And so, at the end of the countdown, nothing happened. Oh, okay. That was a fail. So everybody's going to laugh at me and mock me. Ha ha, nothing happened, Travis. We don't have to believe you anymore. You're a false prophet. Na, 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 na. 3 weeks later, Nelson announces conference and says that on 9/11 he fell. Knows I was doing a countdown. There are people stalking me to return and report to him. And he fell. Hilarious. But I was still getting inspired for 9/11. And so in the Jewish calendar for the religion, not the civil calendar, they have a 9th month with the 11th day. That was Thanksgiving, the day after. And that's the ledger that the church tried to claim was proof that Section 119 is true. Pay your tithing, Mormons, or you will be kept out of Zion. You know, Section 85, you dumbasses. Book of the Law. Brigham Young's secret ledger. If you don't know what a ledger is, it's the secret book that you keep from the IRS. And then get busted for as a crime boss in Chicago. And then Geraldo Rivera will go through your underground vaults and get humiliated because he can't find the money. It must be the money. Yep, Al Capone. And so, yes, 9/11 was my exposure of the Danite plots to deport you out of America, out of Utah, out of America. Section 119. Deportation for the wicked. Which are not really wicked, you just found out that the church isn't true and you left. So 2024. Now I'm getting inspired about the original 9/11 also. And so I do a countdown for 9th Ave in 2024 last year. And on that day, I'd already been doing this, challenging Nelson to a Priests of Baal convention. And Nelson failed to show every single time. I mean, Jesus failed to show every single time. And I mock him. I had pretty pictures made up. I should, one of the projects in Zion would be to go through my videos and do all of the thumbnail pictures. And do a video of all the classic thumbnail pictures, some of which got banned from YouTube. They have tried so many ways to shut me up. They just don't get it. You have to murder me, you dumbasses. And so, yes, the flood waters opened up, just like Elijah versus the priest of Baal. As the waters poured out over Utah. And then, 9/11. Did a countdown again for 9/11. And then, thunderstruck. Lightning. Yep. Thule, where Nelson dedicated the Thule Temple. The lightning struck. Section 85, verse 8, about the false prophet who dares touch the temple, the Ark of the Covenant, and the Holy of Holies. Nelson. Vivid shaft of lightning, Nelson. And there it was, for all Mormons to know, I am Elijah. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. You rejected me anyway. So here we go. Tomorrow. Because Oaks got leaked last November. Now I understand why I'm getting the inspiration. To warn you of the end of the world, plotted by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now they could fail because of the test run, this being the run. Trump is already not cooperating properly. Gotta put Oaks's 3 things about the second coming before this picture that I've been repeatedly putting in for you. And those of you who have been following me since last November when I started doing the thumbnail pictures about this leak, notice the evolution of the change, and notice this one has been my final one. Notice? Pictures have meanings. And so yes, this has been an exceedingly long latter days for me. With all the suffering from Mormons by orders of the church that I've had to endure. And Mormons can't even endure a couple of minutes into my videos, regardless of how long I make them, or how short I make them. And it's just an excuse not to listen. Because they'll watch a faith-promoting Mormon who does 3-hour videos. They'll even spy on John DeLynne's 3-hour videos so that they can troll his commenters. Or the hot one now is with good genes, I guess. What's her name? Forgotten her name. Grenfell. Alyssa Grenfell. So let's wrap it up for the hopefully final video. Because if it fails tomorrow, then yes, no man knows the day or the hour of Jesus' second coming in the mushroom clouds of glory. But it's close because of what I'm about to go over here with the Trumpites 2025, Armageddon 2, Civil War 2 news against Mormons to save their sorry asses who don't believe and resist. Resistance is futile. Haven't you learned? Haven't you learned? So, stock market. Warned you. Pay attention to the stock market. That is your big tip-off as something coming up. And I warned you that it has nothing to do with the economy, but corporations use it as a justification for the economy. Now with AI in the corporations, they're able to give an excuse for raising prices. The projections show from AI that we need to skyrocket the prices so that nobody can afford the food, or the utilities, or the rent, or the property tax, anything. We have no choice. AI told us to do it. See, whereas before, they had to slowly increase it to just upset people, but still have the people living paycheck to paycheck. With AI now, bleep the poor. Your paycheck is now worthless. You're now homeless. And now you're going to be deported to a bleep hole country where you never even came from, where your gene ancestors aren't even from. They don't care. Get out! And so, yes, I warned you in advance. August 1st, Trump's latest taco. Right before 9th Ave. On a Friday. So that nobody can do anything about it. And sure enough, the perfect storm. And so they're the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who are really the only ones on the stock market. It's all about them. They're the major investors. They control the stock market. They control the corporations. Corporations do whatever the stockholders tell them to do, and that's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So when Musk is being told by his stockholders, or Zuckerberg getting sued by the stockholders, it's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We all know this, and the news isn't reporting it because the church has threatened the news to shut up. We will destroy you. And so, yes, prices are skyrocketing, and the news is being stupid, claiming it's the stock market. It's AI, you dumbasses. So, over 500 yesterday, but it's only still at 43,000 on the Dow. Still plenty of money for the church to fail to obtain. But again, like I said, test runs. They have backup plans. If Sunday fails, tomorrow fails, the church still has money invested in the stock market, for which then Monday they can either puff it back up again for the next attempt or do a massive sell-off if they see that things hit the fan on Sunday and didn't affect the stock market. So the church plans and prepares for both scenarios. They play both sides. Even though the Senate approved a bill to prevent congresspersons from insider trading, it just didn't include the church. Which, it's already a law, you can't do insider trading. You know, that Bernie Madoff, isn't he involved in insider trading also, along with his other scams? We have them in the law, you don't need to make new laws. Just start executing the law that we already have on the books. You don't want to do that. And so, likewise, Trump might have gotten my message finally. Because I know of the threat that's a nuclear threat, that all of you of my parents' generation and above know that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints threatened us that there was going to be a nuclear holocaust for the second coming. Thus the mushroom clouds of Jesus and his glory. This was in the church. There was the nuke scare period. Bruce R. McConkie. Yeah, there's no guarantee you're going to be saved from the holocausts that are going to come. Notice it's a holocaust. reminding you of Nazi Germany and what they did to the Jews. Moroni and the swastika. And so Trump has sanctioned Palestine for what they're doing to the Jews. Trump has also threatened Canada for wanting to fund Islamic terrorism, along with the UK and France, who also are going to fund Islamic terrorism. These are world leaders who are not stupid. They're not easily conned with fake news. These guys are intelligent. They're world leaders. And yet they know that when they recognize Palestine as a state, that they then will fund Palestine as a recognized state. And as such, they are going to be funding terrorism. Islam is terrorism. Disappointed with Bill for not catching on to that in overtime. Bill, you know, and you... because the congressman doesn't know. He's focusing on the here and now. He ignores October 7th, but he recognizes that there are still hostages. But he says, well, there's starving children and women. Why? Why are they in the war zone? Hamas. It was agreed upon by all three of them. Hamas has to go. They have to be exterminated. But they aren't making the connection. Islam, Muhammad, his missionaries were Hamas. His missionaries were the Taliban. His missionaries were Hezbollah. His missionaries were Al-Qaeda. His missionaries were Islamic State. His missionaries were the Houthi, etc. That's all they are. Missionaries for Allah. Spreading the word with the sword. Convert or die. That's all it is. And so you have Islamists in different parts of the world for their nationality. Gazans, Palestinians, Syrians, Iraqis, Iranians, Yemenis, etc. That's a nationality, but they're still Islam. They're not Arabs. Islam. Arab is the nationality. Islam. And so, yes, there is a split between Sunni and Shiite. Okay. But they've been caught in a lie claiming that, well, that's the fake church. We're the one true church of Islam. We caught them in a lie with October 7th. We caught them in a lie saying that they disapprove of the Hamas. They lied. The civilians in Gaza lied. We caught them in a lie. Everybody cheered on October 7th of Islam. We caught you in a lie. You were sleeper cells around the whole world waiting for October 7th to happen. And then you attacked and you rose up protesting Israel, defending their existence. As you flip the script to say now the Gazans are being holocausted. The Jews are unprovokedly attacking us. They're denying October 7th. They're denying that Hamas still has hostages. and world leaders, the press, aid organizations are in denial of what's going on. We're getting it right with Ukraine coverage, not with Gaza. The parents are Islam. They support the missionaries. And go to the front lines to protect the missionaries. To protect them holding the hostages. They did not leave and say, we're out, or attack the missionaries, because they're all Islam. And so the parents are dying, obviously. And so the children are being abandoned by the martyred parents for the jihad to go to the celestial kingdom, fighting for Jesus, Allah. They get 72 child bride virgins, not 10. That's why the missionaries are missionaries. Because in their holy wars, they go straight to the celestial kingdom, just like our missionaries. What a coincidence. No wonder the church did a pamphlet saying we're just like Islam. Muslim is the culture. It's still Islam. And they deceive the church, the bishops who have discernment. Oh, I notice you're wearing something on your head. It's cultural. Oh, okay. So we'll schedule your baptism for Saturday. And then we can set you up to get food from the bishop's storehouse, because you got to be a Mormon and you got to go to work, so we'll have the church employ you as a sleeper cell. It's religious. It's the sexual abuse of their religion, and the women wear it proudly. That's also scary. We want to be sexually abused. Just like our role model, the 8-year-old girl. God. So no, Islam is all corrupt, all terrorist. And yet they deceive. They play off of the stupid, good gene humans. So yes, I'm very hopeful, because Trump also yesterday, because of an ex-president of Russia, came out in a tweet calling Trump Sleepy Joe. I'm surprised he didn't put Let's Go Brandon. And of course that set off Trump. He's pissed. And so now he's sent nuke subs to an undisclosed location. Yep, Cousin Brad was a nuclear submariner, telling us that he's not allowed to tell us that he went in to secret ops to spy on Russia. This America denies it to Russia. We both know we're spying on each other. And so, yeah, Trump was hopeful that the AI could replace his Sharpie. Had to fire the guy. We've now also been exposed to their plot to getting rid of Social Security. It's not really just to get rid of it and to have everybody who's on Social Security just roll over and die. Senator Lee, for example, pushing for banning Social Security. Like I told you, Trump is doing. The federal government is being destroyed, 3 Nephi chapter 7, to be replaced with corporations, thus defunding hospitals, defunding the schools, defunding the national parks, to privatize them, corporations, to replace them with corporations. And that's what he's planning on with Social Security, that with the gap of no Social Security, private organizations will then be created and say, hey, we'll provide you with Social Security. Sorry, all your other Social Security is gone. The fund was empty anyway. So now you can go to work, old man, and set aside insurance for when you want to retire near death. Unless you die soon, and well, there's no money in the account, so nothing for you when you die. Having to work as a slave. That's what he's got planned. Isn't that great? And so Dr. Oz is now using AI to give you health advice. You must kill yourself. You're a worthless scum. See, the auto pen is just Trump's version of a Sharpie. That's all that is. So Trump uses the Sharpie, Biden uses auto pen. Trump used auto pen too. Don't fall for that. So I talked about that. Big Pharma. Yeah, this is part of the problem. AI is telling Big Pharma to raise their prices. They're already raising their prices as high as they wanted to. But now they have AI to say, oh, see, we're justified. AI told us we have to raise our prices, so we have no choice. And so Trump is ordering Big Pharma to go against their AI programming and lower the prices. But AI is going to see that as a threat and then protect itself. So that's what Trump is doing here. He's purposely causing the fire cells of AI, trying to trigger them. And as the CIA brought over Nazis after World War II to do human experimentations on the masses here in America, we now find out from Canada Press, CBC, that they've exposed that the CIA was funding Nazi psychologists in Montreal to do the very same thing that they've been doing since after World War II here in America, here in Utah. Yep, they're doing it all over the world. They're just choosing certain black sites for psychologists, and they're paying it, they're funding it. So the money funneled to the CIA is now being used to fund human experimentations around the world, not just in America now, since Operation Paperclip has been declassified. So, yep, the worldwide attack by the Nazis, who are the CIA, who were the returned missionaries of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who are no better than Islamic terrorists, preaching the gospel word with the sword, or as Mormons call it, the javelin. So Trump by destroying America, is claiming he's making America great. But as in his book, Art of the Deal, he says when the con is up, time to take the money and run. This is also a reason why Trump could be the cause of the nuclear holocaust on 9th Ave, to divert and distract away from all the scandals and the exposure and the Jobs report, Epstein files, his own mouth. Lawsuits, protests, etc., etc. He's busted. It's closing in on him. And so, like Ainsley Earhart did with Geraldo Rivera, why doesn't Trump just bomb Syria to distract from Comey's book? Ding, 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 ding. So expect that potential scenario to play out as fulfillment. And so, yeah, he claims making America great. Obviously, it's not working. I told you, consequences. Words have consequences. Trump gives words. He gives executive orders. Those are words. They have consequences. They're going to produce results. And you're not listening. We know the results. They're happening now. He lied about the results. He covered it up, puffed it up to make him look good, because he needed to wait as long as he can until boom. He is promised by Lucifer that he'll be supported and get away with all of it. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints never supports their own. They will murder you, Trump. They will betray you if they don't lock you up also. And then murder you in jail. I do wonder about Giselle Maxwell going to Texas into a minimum security federal prison, that she might be set up to be murdered there. We'll have to wait and see. She demanded immunity and she's not getting it. So now they're going to have to shut her up for good with her death, like Epstein, to protect the elite who are pedophiles. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, with their spokespersons, the Huntsmans. Just evil. So in Utah, July was the deadliest month for motorcycles on record. I think it's just because more people are buying motorcycles. And they don't know how to drive them. Or it could be Utah drivers who don't want to see motorcycles, like they don't want to see the text of the Book of Mormon. We're not going to read it. And so, wrapping it up with a 2-hour video. Dear God. Like I said, I don't expect anybody to be able to watch all these videos all the way through. These are Zion videos. For Mormons, while they wait for Zion to be built, to watch my videos and go, crap, he knew the whole time. He was right here among us. We didn't listen. We didn't believe. We are ashamed of our sin. We are guilty. We will purge ourselves, bind ourselves to Jesus. We're not listening. Stop it. Lieutenant Governor. Good Mormon girl. Got married to a Mormon, being prostituted, having a job and a career so that she can prostitute her husband as well. Which is so true. See, that makes it, because the church is not a religion, so therefore it's not priestcraft. But as it's not a religion, none of your sealings count. They're illegal. And so it's not marriage of a religion, it's prostitution, plain and simple. You're given a prostitute to prostitute for the rest of your life in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Anyway, she's illegal. Despite being married, well, it's Henderson. So no, her husband is legal. Deirdre is her name. I probably botched the pronunciation. I have trouble with R's, even though I have an R in my name. Nonetheless, the DOJ is purging America, deporting everybody who doesn't have good genes. She doesn't have good genes. Doesn't have them. She doesn't even wear jeans. And so, what is fascinating is they're not looking at Governor Cox's voter registration. They're looking at hers. They're searching Utah for the over 600,000 who are just the undocumented illegals here in the state of Utah. We're a sanctuary state, remember? Church was setting it all up to deport everybody who's unworthy. Section 119. She is unworthy, even though she's faithful. This is the conundrum of Utah that the church sabotaged you with. They're purging Utah. And so they're also LGBTQIAPO+, and in Canada adding 2S at the beginning. The hell? Stop it. You gave in to the psychologists from Nazi Germany. Gave in to the childhood bullying peers who all attacked people as LGBTQ before it existed. And then psychologists come along and, yep, they gotcha. You fell for it. It was a bullying attack. And now you embrace it as your sexual identity avatar. Yeah, that's all it is. It's not real. You are promoting your avatar's sex identity as real, and it's not. And so thus, MAGA is able to attack you for that. You're denying science. MAGA, who denies science, is able to go after deep state Dems for denying science too. Well, we both deny science, so I guess we should all deny science. And so whoever's president, oh, it's us, gets to decide what lies are true for science denial. That's exactly how it is. Dumbasses, you fell for the Nazi trap to divide and conquer and thank their American liberators. And so, yes, Pam Bondi is doing this nationwide, not just Utah. And they chose her to check, to find out who's illegal, who voted for her. Because she has the appearance, not Cox. Because Cox has Danite genes. She doesn't. So yes, pay attention. She's about to be deported back to the bleep hole country where she never came from. Okay, there it is. There's the title of the video. Okay, so hopefully it's Mormons who do. But again, I mean, what am I going to do? Maybe a countdown for 9/11, but, finally I get to throw this away. I get to throw the countdown away. I really don't want to keep doing this. I want to get back to the projects I was doing before. Nobody's listening to me. This is all a waste of my time. Why should I continue to do what obviously Mormons refuse and reject? Mormons want to die. Eat, drink, and get sealed, for tomorrow you die. And there are going to be people who are not going to keep listening long enough. They're just going to see the title and go, "Oh, it didn't happen yesterday, Travis." Come Monday, you're a false prophet. You're not getting it. I'm putting Oaks first for you to watch and then read. Oaks. If it fails, it's Oaks who failed. The church's 200-year-old plot failed. Not the Book of Mormon. Not me. This is what nobody gets. And it's too late, it's too long in the video for anybody to know. And so what do? I'm stuck continuing doing videos that the church wants banned. Because they can't follow through. It's not my fault. And so, yes, Sarah Murphy wins the thumbnail picture of the day.